Hello there friends and welcome to the Amazing Brick Network. My name's Tori Favreau and I hope that this finds you well. I am so excited to bring you this set. This is 40416, the ice skating rink. And as you can see by the packaging, it was a Lego.com exclusive, limited edition, and you got it as a gift when you spent $200 odd at the Lego store. I managed to buy a few things that I was after recently and I got this set. So I was very keen to show you the build. I sped it up a little bit so as you didn't have to struggle through it all. The actual build itself took me about 50 minutes of mucking around with bits and pieces, and I found it extremely rewarding. Let's just check it all out. It would help if I got all the Lego pieces out, that's for sure. If you are a first-time viewer, thank you so much for having a look at the channel. Please be sure to subscribe. I've got plenty of fun things in store for everyone, and we do several shows a week trying to keep you up to date with what's going on with sets, news, and also we run Facebook groups called the Amazing Brick Network. You can find those there online on Facebook, and you can join them and be a part of the fun, and even quite possibly see your own builds come to life on a show on YouTube. So the minifigures were lots of fun with their sweaters and other bits and pieces going on. I certainly enjoyed that side of it. Very cute with the scarf. I love that indeed. And I hope those little click, 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 click don't prove to be too annoying as we're going through. I left a bit of volume in case you did want to hear, you know, the actual process. Now, with it sped up, it probably sounds a little bit odd, but it's just the way that it goes with these things, isn't it? First things first, we started to get the rink together. I've never built something like this, surprisingly, with like moving parts per se. I've done like the roller door with the modular garage. That was lots of fun. And I'm sure there's been other bits and pieces too. But I was amazed at just how solid this build is, especially for a promotional set. Often they'll give you a poly bag. And yes, I am going to show you a Christmas tree poly bag build. But this was a true blue, proper build. It was a real set. True blue is an Australian slang term for like for real, a real thing, or telling the truth. And this ice skating rink didn't disappoint me at all. It was so much fun to make, folks, and I really wish that they'd make this a set that you could all just buy, that you could enjoy it just as much as I did. But in any case, if you did miss out for whatever reason, or your part of the world did not get this set, then I do hope that you enjoy my my meager attempts to get this together and make it something that was enjoyable for everyone, because frankly, I was just stunned at how, even as I was putting it together, just how well it did come to make a really great set. So let's have a look and see where we're up to here. We're a fair way through just doing the base here. As I said, it is very, very solid, and it's the amount of bricks that go on underneath it. It was beyond what my expectation was. Though, to be honest, I wasn't too sure exactly how it would come together. I didn't read ahead on the instructions. I wanted to enjoy this and record it as I was doing it to make sure that we got to do it together, you and I. So I don't have any other than the fact now I'm doing a voiceover. At the time, I was just as fresh as you are watching it right now. I was worried about the integrity at that point because there's only a couple of studs holding it all together. But as you'll see, as always, Lego comes to the party with their ingenuity, and it does really get reinforced. So by the end of it there, it held together really, really nicely. I was really impressed. One of the things I did love about this set in particular was the fact that it is a all-encompassing set. So by that I mean everything that I'm making ends up on that ice skating rink. There's no like little attempt to like throw a tree in, you know, that just sits to one side and it's not part of it. This is a beautifully self-contained build, and it's just packed full of vibrant detail. Like, it is a little winter wonderland in its own right, and I thought that was so cool. Those pieces there that have got the holes in them, that's where I'm going to be putting gears on fairly soon. And the way that they operated, it was so simple, but at the same time elegant by design. I think that's one of the reasons why Lego is just so good at what it does. This is where it comes together nicely, and I did really like the gears turning there, so I kept zooming in on them because I just wanted you to see how it all turned around. It's like it's functional, the mechanism is smooth, but it's simple. I mean, it's literally bricks sliding against bricks, and I just thought, wow, this is something that is truly, truly clever, and it is just a lot of fun. The other thing I do like about this is the mechanism is really well concealed. In the moment we're building the ice part of the rink, and it looks really neat. The translucent blue plates, they look stunning. I'm a big fan of those, and I know that I've seen a lot of people use them as water elements as well, but the way that it just all slotted in so perfectly, it was just so right. There's no better way of putting it. I'm sorry, it makes me sound very inarticulate, but it was just right. It felt good. Everything fit together perfectly. Whoever designed this did a fantastic job. Absolute kudos to the designer of this set. Just getting the rest of the ice elements ready there. Have you guys built this set? If you have, drop a comment below, please. I'd love to know what your individual thoughts were on it. We've been getting a lot of comments from viewers recently, and it's been fantastic. Don't think I answer every single comment, and I don't take it for granted because your time's important, and the fact that you're communicating to the show, I really appreciate it, folks. So please keep those comments coming. Please drop a like on it. We'll work, and the funny thing is we're actually at the moment we're working on the Harry Potter advent calendars, and there's been a small group of people, myself included, who don't even know what we're building as each day goes past. So we've been dropping comments, people have been looking things up. See, I haven't wanted to cheat too much. I do 4 days in advance, and then I stop to let everyone catch up. So I don't know what's going on half the time either. However, with this, it was just absolutely lovely. And as you can see there, you've got that ice area. There's minimal interference from the mechanism that you'll see what happens eventually. Anyhow, I don't want to wreck that part for you. Though some of you may have already guessed or seen the trailer online for it, seen something. I deliberately didn't look anything up. I really wanted to spoil myself with this little set. And the fact that it was a free set that was given out, I mean, guys, look how many bricks there are. This is just utterly crazy. It's such a fully fledged, complete gift from Lego. There's a lot of greebling too going on with the way that they're making like the icy areas. There you go. Now it's enclosed. Looks fantastic. I love it. Legos certainly have a way of making the minimal look so elegant, wouldn't you agree? These were the only parts I felt looked weird initially, and I grew to like them, but just the outer edge of the ice skating rink, that felt a bit odd to me. Now we're building like a little confectionery sort of coffee shop area, and that worked really well also. I'm amazed that through this whole build, those poor little minifigures waiting to have their turn at ice skating, that they didn't fall over. It did a good job. Now, at the moment, it is my belief that Lego may only be sending one of these per household as the gift. So I don't know if I do have a second order that I placed the following day. I don't know if Lego is going to actually provide me with a second set or whether they register that you've got the one. In any case, I'm extremely grateful to have it. So if I only end up with the one set, then that's fine. But my brain did whir a little bit in like, if they're going to send out a second set potentially with this new order that I placed for the haunted house, then it would be interesting to see if you could expand upon what you've got with your spare bricks and using that mechanism really make something bigger with like multiple kids maybe ice skating, or using the same sort of mechanism with professional ice skaters, in a competition, if you had something big planned for an upcoming Lego show that you may be building for. I really miss Lego shows. COVID-19, if you're watching in the future, COVID-19's really shut down a lot of that stuff and hasn't allowed us Lego fans to get together as we'd like. Of course, safety's paramount, but yeah, it is something I've missed. So as you can see there, we've got the water fountain, we've got the full mechanism ready. I'm just building the final couple of trees that are going to be up the back there to finish off the build. I don't know why. Look, it was super late at night when I was making this, so I did make a few little mistakes there that you can see me fixing up and undoing. It is funny though, one of the things I adore about Lego, and I'm 48 now, I've been playing with Lego since I was 6 or 7, is that you can always fix the mistakes. It may be embarrassing when you're videoing like I do, but even so, everyone understands. I never cut my mistakes out. Well, not that I recall in any case, because I think it's important for you guys to see that, everyone does make mistakes and it's okay to correct them, and there's nothing wrong with, making the occasional error. That lamppost, I actually stuck the pole too far through. It looks a lot better now though, doesn't it? And now for the final tree. See, I did it again. Those trees, for some reason, I was just going on autopilot. Thank goodness I had my brick separator, which is not provided with this set, by the way. So maybe have one ready, just in case you need it. But we're almost complete, folks. The ice skating rink is almost done, and I do think this is an absolute triumph. As I said, I sincerely hope that at some stage they do make this a set that you can purchase, because I'm sure that so many people would adore it. And last but not least, we need our skaters. So we're going to pop an ice skate on one foot and another foot on the mechanism and get ready to have a good look at this, because it is really, really cool. They're the remaining bricks off to one side. There you go. How amazing is that little set? It's utterly beautiful. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. I have 2 thumbs up, absolutely. I would give this set a solid 10 out of 10. I think for a free set, this is just so much fun, and I do think that you'll all get a lot of pleasure out of actually having a play with it. I was fiddling around with it for ages after I finished videoing. So finally, we've got a couple of just still shots that you can have a close look at the build without things moving around too quickly. Gorgeous like sweaters on them. The detail is certainly there. The blue of the cog system looks really great, against the ice. It all comes together really, really well, and I am certain that there's very little to fault. At least in my opinion, there's very little to fault with this set. It's like, I know this sounds extreme because it wasn't cheap, considering I had to spend, a couple of $100s to get it. But what a perfect little Christmas time gift. And I do think that you still may be able to get this one. I'm not 100% on it, but if you do have some stuff you need to buy from your online Lego shop, be sure to do it now so as you can experience the absolute joy that this thing gave me. Alright guys, I will head off now. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit it. Please click the bell for notifications, and have yourself a fantastic day. Happy building.